take a moment to thank you for the gifts of life, of liberty, and the opportunity to pursue happiness. We particularly want to pray this morning for the graduates, that they would have a sense of accomplishment and joy as they recall all the obstacles they've overcome to get to this day, and that they'd have a feeling of confidence that their experiences at Wentworth will prepare them well for the challenges that they'll face in the future. And then finally, I pray that you would give each of us here this morning, the staff, the faculty, family, friends, and students, a sense of encouragement in all that you've brought us through during this semester and in all of 2014, and that you give us a safe and peaceful Christmas season. I ask this in Jesus' name. Amen.
These are the folks that really run the school. They're the ones that are working with me to assure us that we're able to accomplish what they can do, and I appreciate that. This morning, before I introduce the guest speaker, I'd like to share just a couple of thoughts with you. To the parents and families that are here this morning, welcome. We thank you for coming. We know that this is a stopping point, not an end or destination for most of these graduates. And each of you have been a major part in that process. No matter whether you look back where they were in elementary school and they were younger, and they have made those progresses through life. But for each of those that sat here in the front of the graduate today, each of you, mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle, brother, sister, whatever part of the family you are, you have had an impact. And I used to say to my wife, or my two children, they grew up, I think those people, other than her and I, had probably more impact than we did, because sometimes they didn't always listen to us. But I thank you all for coming. I thank you for allowing us to work with your son and daughter. And you should take just a moment to be proud of what you've accomplished by helping them get to the graduates. I'd like to say congratulations. I know you have worked hard at what you're doing. Each of you have goals and aspirations within your life to accomplish, and we're very proud of what you've accomplished here. Whether it's graduating from high school this morning, or graduating with your associate's degree to go on to follow in school, or whether it's being commissioned. So I wish you all the very best. We always have our resources here to try to help you. You're always welcome to come back. But I know it's been a journey for you thus far. And again, just kind of closes one chapter. And lastly, to the fourth cadets, I thank you for a good first semester. We've had a good year thus far. I know we're closing on you, as we often say, wheels up. You're going to be gone today, most of you, to go home for the holidays and do the things that you're going to do. I wish you the very best. And an old coach of mine used to say, don't do anything while you're gone. It's going to embarrass you and me. And be safe so that you can return. And again, I guess I would say lastly is the folks that are sending back. If you all would stand, faculty and staff, these are the people that are tough to lead. They're the ones that work every day with the cadets. They're the ones that I'm sure every one of the graduates that are on the front row would say had an impact on their lives. They not only taught them the discipline that they teach, as I often say, read, write, and arithmetic, or whether they taught them some of the life skills that they have. So, as graduates and cadets, let's give it back to them. If you were here last year, you remember at this time of the year when we started to have our mid-year graduation, we were in Vincent High School. And, so we cut that ceremony very short, so everybody could get out of here and go and try to stay at the top. Last year, the guest speaker for the ceremony didn't get to use his guest speech because we cut that part out. So I asked him not to put it away, but he put it someplace and he dusted it off. So I don't know if he dusted it off or whether he created another one, but it's a pleasure for me to have the opportunity to come to Terrell when they speak. I'm going to read about him in a minute, but I want to tell you a little bit about where I'm from. I've been here 35 years now, and my time being here from Terrell has been here about 29 to 30 of that. We have worked together in many positions, worked together doing many things. But I think the thing that I'd like to just add, one thing I would say is that not only is he a great colleague, but he's become a great friend. He has his goals in life are to see you all successful. He does a lot of the things today that I used to do in my role as vice president of operations. And sometimes I go to him and say, what can I do to help? And he says, so we speak. But I say to you this morning that this is a very important part of the program here and leadership. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about him over here. Brother Trells graduated from Pryor High School in Pryor, Oklahoma. Now, from that standpoint, there's nobody who doesn't know that Brother Trells Oklahoma is the White House bringing the flag on the board. He spent the first 7 years after graduating in the United States Navy. The first 2 years he spent aboard the USS Perry. The next 2 years he spent in the commander of the Second Fleet. The last 3 years he spent as the commander U.S. Atlantic. Colonel Cottrell earned the Vietnam Campaign Medal, the Navy Achievement Medal, the Conduct Medal, National Defense Medal, and Combat Action Medal. Cottrell attended Northwestern Oklahoma State University, where he earned his bachelor's degree in business education and his master's of science degree from Florida State University, and attended Central Missouri State University to continue his education and Howard Florida Secondary Administration. He spent 5 years teaching in Southwest Kansas in high school before coming to Wentworth in 1986. Since coming to Wentworth, Colonel Cottrell has taught business classes. He coached high school swimming and college tennis. He served as a TAC officer in Alpha headquarters and Foxtrot Company. He was a summer camp director for 10 years. In 1991, he was named the Teacher of the Year. In 1992, he earned the Lions Club Keith Marion Teacher of the Year. He earned the President's Award for Excellence twice, given by various presidents of the Academy, the Bobby Gott Award, the APO Service Award, and was inducted into the Coaches Hall of Fame in 1994. Cottrell served as a junior high and high school principal here, where he stayed until he was appointed a commandant in 2005. In 2009, he was appointed the Director of Operations for the Academy. He served 1 more year as commandant, and then we recently had promoted him to Vice President for Operations. Colonel Cottrell's son Michael was a graduate of Wentworth, and his wife Jennifer live in Kansas, and Colonel Cottrell's prized possessions in Kansas are his 2 grandsons. Colonel Cottrell lives here on campus, and as I said earlier, it's a very beautiful farm. So this morning, I don't know if you're going to hear last year's speech or this year's speech, but I think what you're going to hear is from a man who's very dedicated to what he does, and to the excellent students that he works with. So it's my pleasure.
I know you'd like to get on with the ceremony, so I'll try to not take too much of your time, but I do have something I would like to share with you that I hope that you can use. It's called the slight edge philosophy. It really comes down to this. You can create any life you want, no matter how difficult it may seem, but only by understanding how small, positive steps can make a difference over time. The things you do every day, things that don't look like such a big deal or like they don't matter, do matter. By using the philosophy, it will help you be the best possible person you can be. It's about making the most of your talents and opportunities, dealing with problems in positive ways, no matter what life brings, and achieving success, however you define it. Only you can define what success means, and no one can do it for you. It's what you do, what you most want to do, not what others want you to do. Everyone has the ability to be successful. Success in life is not a question of how smart you are, how talented you are, or how lucky you are. It's not about the family you come from, the neighborhood you grew up in, or the school you go to. It's not about good looks or good luck. By understanding your attitude and the secret of time, you can achieve success in life, no matter how difficult that might seem right now. The slight edge is having faith that miracles do happen, if you know how to trust yourself and keep trying. If you understand the slight edge, time is on your side. Here are the 7 points of the slight edge. Little things matter. These 3 words are at the heart of the slight edge. It's a pretty basic idea, and you can sum it up this way. Every day, every hour, every moment of your life, you face a choice. You can take a simple positive action, or you can take a simple negative action. Simple actions repeated over time will determine the life you lead. The little things that lead to success are easy to do. They can be as simple as getting up on time in the morning, being to class on time, or doing your homework. The little things you do every day, whether positive or negative, will determine what kind of life you lead. Number 2, attitude is everything. Little things matter, but what makes you do those little things, positive or negative? Have you ever thought about it? It's not willpower that determines what you do. Willpower means forcing yourself to do something that you would really rather not do. Willpower that is what drives your actions is not what drives your actions, but it is your attitude. Your attitude shows itself in everything you do. Your attitude is so powerful that people can sense it before you ever say a word. Your body language conveys your attitude. Your attitude determines both your simplest and most complicated actions. What is your philosophy? In other words, how do you see yourself and the way you see the world? How you view yourself creates your life. Your philosophy is what determines your attitudes and your actions. Your philosophy is more important than just having book information or knowledge. Your philosophy is the secret that lies behind the puzzle of fate or destiny. You create your destiny with your actions, but your actions are determined by your attitudes, and your attitudes in turn are determined by how you see the world. Change yourself by changing your philosophy. What you think matters. You can turn failure into success, and you can turn success into failure by the sheer power of what you tell yourself. 3, use the moment. This means taking control of your life in the moment, right now, today. It means not blaming the past or worrying about the future. The only time you have is the present, because the past is gone and the future hasn't happened yet. Always remember this. Even with your problems, there is an invisible you. The invisible you is who you will become someday. Maybe not tomorrow or next week, but someday. And the little choices you make every day are what will put you on the path that takes you there. Whether or not you are aware of it, the little things you do every day or you don't do are creating that invisible you of the future. You can't control what happens to you, only your reaction. We make something else clear. Life isn't fair. One day it is bright and sunny, and you can't imagine life will ever get dark again. But then the next day something bad happens, and you can't believe life will ever get better. You can gripe and complain, but you can't really do much about it. And you can't do much about whether difficulties will happen. They will happen. What matters most is what you do about the difficulties when they do happen. How you view the circumstances makes all the difference between success and failure. When you stop blaming, you take back your power. When you grasp the slight edge really operates in your life, something interesting happens. You stop blaming. When you stop blaming, you accept the fundamental truth that you are the cause of what happens in your life. You can look at everything that brought you to that point. Your parents, your teachers, your childhood, the neighborhood, you name it, with appreciation or blame. And what comes next in your life is your call. 4, everything starts with small steps. Every achievement, accomplishment, and success starts somewhere. Every task, large or small, begins with the first step. That first step can be hard to take, yet one small step can lead to results you never imagined. Sometimes the first step looks hard, but when you take that first step, it doesn't look as hard as it did. It may be scary, but take it anyway. Some people get afraid and don't take the first step, but they don't chicken out because the first step is too hard. They chicken out because the first step looks too hard. There is no such thing as a lucky break. Another reason people don't start taking the small steps is they're waiting for that lucky break. Everyone hoping to become the next Michael Jordan will eventually find this out. Michael Jordan did not become Michael Jordan overnight. It took hours and hours of practice with no one watching and no one cheering. Success in everything does not happen overnight. It doesn't happen out of thin air. It is not because of a lucky break. 5. There is no such thing as failure. That's right. You have to fail in order to be successful. The formula for success is simple. Double your rate of failure. Double your rate of failure to be successful sounds a little crazy, but success is built on failure. It's all in our heads. Can you imagine if you were afraid of failure as a baby? You might have said, oh shoot, I knew I wasn't all cracked up for that walking business. What was I thinking about? Whether you want it to happen or not, you're going to fail at one time or another. Everyone does. If you go through life with the philosophy that failure is bad, you'll be too hard on yourself when things don't go as planned. You'll never learn from your mistakes, and you'll never grow as a person. You may be so afraid of failure you won't even try in the first place. Here are a couple of examples of people who have failed. A young African-American woman wanted to work in TV and become the evening news anchor for WJZ-TV in Baltimore. But she was taken off the air because the station didn't think she was fit for TV. She didn't give up. She kept going. She kept giving TV a try. Her name, Oprah Winfrey. Bill Gates founded Microsoft. He is one of the richest men in the world, but his first business venture was a flop. Michael Jordan missed more than 9,000 shots in his career and lost almost 300 games. 26 times he missed the game-winning shot. One last example. A man failed in business. He ran for state legislature and was defeated. He failed in business again. He was elected to the state legislature. His sweetheart died. He had a nervous breakdown. He ran for Speaker of the state legislature and was defeated. He ran for electoral and was defeated. He ran for Congress and was defeated. He was elected to Congress. He ran again for Congress and was defeated. He ran for Senate and was defeated. He ran for Vice President and was defeated. Again, he ran for the Senate, and again he was defeated. But he never gave up. Finally, he ran for President of the United States and was elected. He was one of our best presidents according to historians. His name, President Abraham Lincoln. 6, habits are powerful. Habits run your life. Here's the secret about habits. They have enormous power. A habit is a simple action that you have repeated and repeated until it becomes automatic. Your actions, repeated consistently over time, migrate from your conscious mind to your subconscious mind. And your subconscious mind is what really runs the show. It's a very powerful part of your life, although you're mostly unaware of it. You have learned to do certain things without even thinking. In other words, you have passed control of your actions to your subconscious mind. Habits come out of your subconscious. When you put on your shoes, you don't even think about it. When you brush your teeth, you just automatically do it. It's almost like you're on autopilot. Your habits are the result of choices you make in the moment, which come from your thoughts, your attitudes, your philosophy. And the philosophy is how you see yourself and how you see the world. 7, you're always learning. The amazing and wonderful part of your life is you're always learning and discovering new things that will have the power to put you on the path to success. You may not think so, but you're in motion right now. You are either going up or you're going down. You're either flying or falling, because in life you are never standing still. You are always in motion. Your life is always going somewhere. Everything changes. You aren't the same person today that you were yesterday. You won't be the same person tomorrow that you are today. You will have changed, even if for just a little bit. Which way are you heading? You have total choice over that. You have a great opportunity right now to set yourself on a course of continuous learning. Key point: the earlier you invest in that concept, the greater the reward. It's not much different than the principle of compound interest, or how money grows over time. If you're given the opportunity to have $1 million today, or a penny with the guarantee that that penny will double over time for a month, which would you take? Two brothers had the opportunity to make that choice when they were called to the bedside of their wealthy, dying father. One brother had his mind made up right away. He wanted the $1 million today to do with what he wanted. The other brother thought about it, and he decided he would take the penny. As promised, his penny doubled every day. So by the end of 2 weeks, he had $81.92. At the end of the third week, he had $655.35. His brother, needless to say, was not impressed. On day 28, the $655.35 grew to $2.5 million. And on day 31, the brother had $10,737,418.24. Take advantage of all of your opportunities. This is continuous learning. You always need a team by your side. You always need somebody there to confide in and to talk to whenever that mountain seems to be facing you and it's too high to cross. It's almost like you always have to make continuous adjustments in your life. It's like driving a car. You continuously make adjustments to the steering wheel to stay on the road and you don't even realize it. In order to stay on the road to success, you must make continuous changes. Also, remember the formula for success. It's really simple. Double your rate of failure. You're thinking of failure as the enemy of success, but it isn't at all. So go ahead and make mistakes. Make all you can, because that is where you'll find success. On the other side of failure. And you can make your dreams into reality by taking small, positive steps over time, and your dreams will come true. So remember the slide edge philosophy. Little things matter. Attitude is everything. Use the moment. Everything starts with small steps. There's no such thing as failure. You're always learning. You make your dreams into reality. In closing, I want to congratulate all of our graduates today. Whether you realized it or not, you may have used some or all of the slide edge. You set goals, and now you are about to receive your reward for reaching those goals. Whether it was to complete your high school graduation requirements and receive a diploma, or you have taken the necessary coursework to get your associate's degree. Today, you are to be commended for accomplishing your goals. Now set new ones and try to use the slide edge philosophy to help you be successful. I especially want to recognize Cadet Oliver, who has just in a few moments to be commissioned as an officer in the United States Army. The road wasn't always easy, but you never gave up. You hung in there. And as I turn this segment over to Lieutenant Colonel Montgomery, you will reap your reward. Congratulations to you all, and thank you.
Before I let Colonel Montgomery come up, I would like to recognize his staff. As we go into the commissioning part of this ceremony, they have all played a tremendous part in the lives of Aldrich and all the other groups. So before I let Colonel Montgomery come to the podium, I would like to just ask you to stand. Those of you on the stage, come out. These are the guys and gals that are behind the scenes every day. And as I often say, on my staff, without them, there is no success. So I'd like to give them I'd like to turn it over to Lieutenant Colonel Grant Montgomery, our professor of military science.
Good morning. I am the Professor of Military Science for the ROTC program here at Whitworth Military College. One cadet from our program is about to become a commissioned officer of the United States Army today. Today marks the culmination of cadet training and preparation to be commissioned as a second lieutenant in the United States Army. I want to publicly thank ROTC cadre, past and present, who are responsible for the training and preparation that allowed this young adult to become a commissioned officer in the most professional army in the world today. I am proud to report to you that we are commissioning the right officer today. The authority bestowed upon a commissioned officer by the President of the United States is coupled with the privilege to serve one's nation is something not to be taken lightly. The oath of office taken by a newly commissioned officer is unique to other oaths in that a commissioned officer swears to their duty to support and defend the Constitution of the United States. Mr. Aldrich, please.
Will be presented with his rank commission certificate from the President of the United States that bears the Secretary of Army signature. We will now conduct the mounting of the gold bar shoulder blades and the customary silver dollar salute. The tradition of the newly commissioned officer giving a silver dollar to the first enlisted soldier to salute them has its roots in the British regiments originally stationed in colonial America. The salute itself demonstrates a difference to the senior rank of the individual being honored. Newly commissioned British officers were assigned an enlisted soldier to train them, teach them the regiment's history and traditions, and ensure that their equipment met appropriate standards. Grateful lieutenants often express their gratitude by formally compensating the enlisted soldier with a small sum of money. In 1816, American second lieutenants received a monthly payoff of $25, $3 ration allowance, and $1 for enlisted advisor. Lieutenants today are no longer assigned an enlisted advisor, but the responsibility for teaching newly commissioned officers is embodied in the unique relationship formed between the second lieutenant and their first platoon sergeant. This morning, the presentation of the silver dollar for the first salute symbolizes the new lieutenant's acknowledgement of the enlisted soldier's knowledge and expertise from which they desire to learn. for which they will compensate the soldier $1 silver representing the historical amount paid to that enlisted advisor almost 200 years ago. Second Lieutenant Justin S. Aldridge was born in Bloomington, Normal, Illinois on 29 August 1994. Lieutenant Aldridge is commissioned as a signal officer in the Missouri Army National Guard and is assigned to the headquarters and headquarters detachment of the 175th Military Police Battalion, Columbia, Missouri. He is continuing his undergraduate studies by pursuing a political science major at the University of Missouri. Mounting his shoulder boards today is Mr. Eric Walker and Master Sergeant George Venezuela. Presenting Lieutenant Aldridge with his first salute is Vietnam veteran Robert Rundgren of Waynesville, Illinois. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the Army Song. Please be seated. I will be followed by a meeting of academic presentation and a presentation of diplomas.
So we'll transition now to the portion of the ceremony where we present the diplomas to the graduates. First, we'll start with college. So college graduates, rise. By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Wentworth Military Academy and College, I hereby verify that the candidates have completed graduation requirements for either the Associate of Arts or the Associate of Science degree and the rights and privileges thereof. Graduates, right, face, forward, park.
Justin Aldridge. Shara Booker. Lisa Hart. Samantha I. Alexandra Holcomb. Emma Long. Millennial Manu. Lonnie Rankin. Ethan Solitaire. Gary Smith. Carmen Phil. Josie, Bob, Lele, Ojo, Buck. Let's give all of our college graduates. Now my honor to introduce our two high school graduates, a couple special young ladies, Taylor Jones, Guadalupe Mendez. Not only very good students who ranked near the top of their class, but also they've been very good leaders in our high school environment. Taylor Jones comes to us from Wellington, Colorado. This is her third year in Whitworth. Taylor participated in volleyball, basketball, track, rifle team, Raiders team, photography club, member of the National Honor Society, she's the treasurer. She's also the treasurer of the student council. Taylor plans to go to Northern Iowa University upon graduation, plans to major in pediatrics and oncology, plans to be a doctor. Her parents are Noel and Jennifer Cook. Second graduate, Guadalupe Mendez. Guadalupe comes from Dulles, Virginia. This is her second year at Whitworth. Guadalupe has also participated in basketball, volleyball, and track. She's been a member of the rifle team. She's also in the National Honor Society. She's vice president of our student council. She plans to go to cosmetology school in Arizona. I believe it's Regency Beauty Institute in Arizona. Plans to be a cosmetologist. Her mother is Angelica Mendoza. Graduates, please rise. It is my honor to announce that Taylor Jones, Guadalupe Mendez, met the requirement for high school graduation set forth by the Whitworth Board of Trustees, and now eligible to receive their diplomas. Right face. Forward march.
Taylor Jones. I'll be followed by Colonel Learman, who will make the closing remarks.
Try to make this part quick. I do want to again congratulate each of the graduates. Their accomplishments, the opportunities that they have going forward. Again, to the parents and families, thank you for coming, thank you for your support, and your son or daughter or family member. We wish you all a safe trip back home. We wish you all of you a joyous holiday and Merry Christmas, and hope that as you spend time together, that you have the opportunity to share these things that you really love. I would say one last thing in closing of my remarks, that Lieutenant Colonel, Deputy Lieutenant Colonel, which is now Lieutenant Aldrich, has been one of the great leaders. I've worked with a number of years, and I've been very impressed with his leadership, and very impressed with his dedication, not only his own personal education, but his work cadets. Probably the thing that sticks out the most in my mind, compared to his family last night, is that he's looking past, not for his own personal career, but some things that he has instituted, such as the request of the ring ceremony that we did last night, for cadets going forward in the future. So I appreciate that's all you've done. Again, congratulations to all of our graduates, to all of you that on the front row. I know that there are other things in your life that you're going to look for and that help you please let us know. And I wish you all a happy holiday.
Please rise for the Whitworth song and remain standing.